Well, like many of us, our guest today here in the studio spent the pandemic looking for ways to connect with family. Now, those efforts led to two career stops for her. She had a first in education, but then those efforts led to a career in writing books. In her 70s, Dr. Freddie Gilyard became an author. She started with a cookbook based on family recipes. Then came her second book, tracing her family's history from just after slavery to the 21st century. And now Dr. Gilyard has released a third book, a daily Bible study and scripture response. So we are so honored to have Dr. Freddie Gilyard join us here in the studio today. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so before we get to the books, and I have one of your books in my hand here called Just People. We'll talk about the titles because I love your book titles. Before we get to all that, you spent a career, like I said, in education, 42 years, right?
42 years, yes.
Yeah. You taught in D.C. and Savannah,
I
right?
taught in Washington, D.C., and moving back to Savannah, became a part of the Savannah-Chatham County school system. I also worked at Georgia Regional Hospital in the education department for 4 years, went back to public schools, and wonderful, wonderful career.
And a wonderful career. And you retired.
I did.
And then you came upon some time in your life where you were trying to connect with family, and you reached out to family and you asked them a couple of questions.
Yes.
You said, do you remember my father? What do you remember about my father? And
Exactly.
what do you remember about the house I grew up on East 56th Street here in Savannah? And then that led to your first book, ultimately, right?
The cookbook came first, actually. And what I did with Family Cookbook from East 56th Street was to ask family members and some friends from both sides of my father's and mother's family to share their recipes with me.
Love that.
And that started a relationship where I could ask the two questions. What do you remember about East 56th Street? And what was your relationship like with my father?
And so through writing and through launching this new career and calling for yourself, you grew closer to family.
I did. It was so wonderful hearing the stories that just exploded from various family members off of just those two questions, which resulted in Just People.
All right, and so Just People is the book I have here in my hand right here. And so you called it Just People. Why? Why'd you call it that?
As I was sharing a story with my cousin Raymond Newton, who really is the family researcher, I was telling him the story that just amazed me. He said, Freddie Harriet, they're just people, like everyone else, and that's what we are as family. That's what families are, regardless of the stories that come out. We're all just people.
Or who does what, who has what job, we're all just people. So you wrote Just People, and then you kept going. You wrote a third book that you just released a few weeks ago, and it is called Love My Precious Cousin.
Let me tell you what happens when you establish relationships with people.
Yeah.
Because what I do is to send scriptures to as many people as will receive them every day. My 90-year-old cousin, Joretha Johnson, is a minister, also a nurse, but what she spent most of her life doing was studying the Bible and delivering its word. Long story short, she responded to me practically every day with a response to the scripture that I would send. And most of her responses were ended with, love my precious cousin. And so this is a 366-day journal.
So let me ask you something. We're running out of time, but for someone looking to, because you started writing books, becoming an author in your 70s, what would you say to someone who's looking to transform themselves or start a new chapter?
Get started.
Yeah.
The main thing is to, if you have a dream and it's something that you feel is empowering your spirit to know more, simply get started. Make a plan and follow it through.
Okay, there's so much more to learn from you and about you. So we've given your link, your Facebook, on our page. So if you go to wsav.com/Gilyard Books, it'll take people to your Facebook page. They can learn about you and about your books. Thank you so much
Thank you
for coming in. I appreciate it.
I appreciate
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Thank you.